Oh, let's switch out that battery real quick.
We're already live, so.
Whoops. Testing. Hello, it is me, the ghost of Jack. Can anybody hear me? Hello? Hello? Look at that. Let's stop. You want to stop that stream real quick? I just saw the red icon on that battery, man.
I mean, we're on.
Let's swap out that battery so we don't lose the stream.
Give us 1 second, guys.
1 second, guys. We'll be right back. We're back.
It's gong time. Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody! Welcome to the live stream on Tuesday, where we are calling this the Alliance live stream, I believe.
Yes, sir.
My name is Sylvester Lewis, and I help lead the Alliance community. If you don't know what that is, we'll definitely be maybe sharing that a little bit later.
Talk about that later.
And this is my co-host, our co-host, your
Jack.
boy.
Jack Malacco. Oh, am I your boy now? I've inherited that title from Eric. Oh, man. Sorry about that little behind-the-scenes footage you guys got. And you guys got to see how we set this up. Live stream situation is starting to build out. Guys, if you have just now joined us, welcome to the Tuesday live stream. As always, we've got the giveaway going on down in the description, so go ahead and check that on out. Remember, you got to give us 3 things. You got to give us your name, email address, and YouTube channel username. YouTube channel username, of course, as always, is that thing that comes up next to whatever you type in chat. So if you want to go ahead and type in test right now, go ahead and do that. Whatever pops up next to the word test is your YouTube channel username. All right? So Once you enter into that, we are going to give you 45 minutes. At 45 minutes in, we're going to call the first of 3 winners. Okay, what are they going to win today? You guys are going to win one of 3 $50 gift cards to the Beardbrand website. Man, I feel like an auctioneer with how fast I'm talking. Is it evident?
It's a little fast, but you're good.
Yeah, man.
You're
I've
good.
had 3 cups of coffee today, and I'm feeling it. I'm telling you. I don't have a coffee this time. Remember last week I was sipping on some coffee, and I was not really loving it. But this time I've switched over to water.
Well,
right? You guys
it
can
was,
actually see our table this time, which is nice.
Well, and we didn't have the AC on. It was cranked as low last week. So
Oh, my
it was
gosh,
like,
man. You know what? By the
You were
end,
sweating coffee.
by like 45 minutes in, I was ready to just be done. I was so hot last week. So we've got the air conditioning pumping. We got Josh manning the live stream camera situation. We got Randa here helping us out. Down in the comments, we've got our laptops in front of us. Man, it's nice and it's coming together. We got a lamp up there now. We got this thing on. We got us. Man, it's feeling good today.
It's gonna be a good day, man.
It's gonna be a good live stream.
good
So
live
guys,
stream.
like I said, if you haven't gotten into that giveaway, go ahead and do that. Remember, you got to stay until the end if you want enter into that giveaway, because when we call out the names at the end, we're gonna tag you in the chat. And if you are not in chat and you don't respond to the chat that we tag you in, ain't gonna win, man. All right. That being said, let's get right into it today, man. Let's just jump right in.
Let's jump in.
First thing we're gonna talk about. You know we got to talk about this, guys. Got to talk about the utility bar. Where is that? It's over on your side, man. I've got some
Yeah.
styling balm over here. They've dressed up our studio today with some styling balm and with some luscious utility bars. Utility bars, by the way, are our sort of all-in-one bar soap situation, guys. Launched last week. Going fast. Going very fast.
Yeah.
Some of them are already out of stock, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They're coming back soon. So don't get disenchanted if you go onto the Beardbrand website right now and you do not see that it's available. It is coming back very soon, okay? Just be patient. And, guys, go ahead and sign up for that newsletter if you have not had the chance yet, because that will give you the first indication of when it is back in stock. And you can just jump on that train and get those utility bars, many as you want, right away, okay? All right, guys. If you don't know what the utility bar is, like I said, it's the all-in-one situation, right? I mean, what does this thing do, man?
Yeah. So the utility bar, for those who are not familiar with it, is it serves as a body wash, as a hair wash, as a beard wash.
Yep.
You can actually, funny enough, because we were going to mention Artie.
Oh, yeah?
You can also use it as a shave soap. So if you're
Yes,
bald
sir.
and you shave, definitely consider using it for that. It's a pretty
Or-
awesome awesome product.
If you're a man of culture who likes to shave up his cheeks on occasion, man, you can use this stuff right on for a little cheek shaving action. That's what I've been doing lately.
Nice.
It's crazy because it's very weird to use it in the shower, right? Hop out of the shower, throw it in my scuttle, and then use it as shaving soap. And I'm like, man, I want to just take this with me because like now I want to use it for like my hands and everything. And it's weird to not have it because when I was moving, I didn't have it in one of the bathrooms in my house, and I was like, shoot, now I gotta go all the way across the house because now it's like I'm hooked on it.
Yeah.
It's hard to give up.
Well, and it's, I mean, if you're traveling and you don't have to necessarily jump in a plane and travel, right?
No, not at all.
If you're getting out of the city for a little bit or you're getting out of town for a weekend or something like that, you can pack it up and take it with you. It's the perfect travel companion, so you don't have to necessarily take your liquid beard wash or softener. Just take that one bar and you're set for the whole trip.
No, I mean, yeah, realistically, this is the kind of thing that like athletic guys can use. I mean, I've literally got it in my bag. It's under the table right now.
Yep.
I'm going rock climbing after we do this live stream. I'm going to bring that thing with me.
Nice.
And I'm probably going to use it in the shower. Maybe I'll use it right in the middle of the rock climbing gym and freak
There you
people
go.
out. I don't know.
There you go. Yeah.
We're going to see how it goes. But either way, man, it does travel really well.
Yep.
That's the nice thing. It doesn't get that like, have you ever used like a bar soap that kind of gets like almost like a scummy wet side if you leave it in the shower?
Yeah.
I've noticed mine doesn't do that at all.
Yeah. No.
It dries out pretty well.
yeah.
So it travels easily.
I think what I've learned is you want to leave it in a place where it's dry. So I like to leave mine on the counter.
Okay.
On a little dish.
Yeah, like a little soap dish
yep.
kind of thing.
Because I think if I understand correctly, if it stays in water, it's going to evaporate.
Yeah, eventually it does.
Yeah.
That's just across the board with any sort of bar
Yeah,
soap.
it
That
is.
just
Yep.
happens,
Yep.
So you got to remember that. Ooh, camera's moving. There it goes. Anyway, guys, so utility bar. Go ahead and pick yourself up some. It is launched Silverline collection at the moment. If you go ahead and go onto the Beardbrand website and you see that some of them are sold out, do not freak out. They are coming back soon. But again, get yourself on that email subscriber list, right? If you're not on there, man, it is on the homepage of Beardbrand. Sign up. It's in that little corner, little red circle on an envelope. Click on that. Get signed up for our kick-ass newsletter, and you will be the first to know when the one you want is back in stock, all right? Besides that, let's talk about some videos. You mentioned Artie earlier in the stream. Let's bring him back up because Artie he's finally on the channel, man.
Artie brought the party, man.
It was fun. It was really cool. I was a little bit bummed. I wish that video he did. We're talking, of course, about last Saturday's video, the how to wet shave your head at home. How to shave your wet.
That's the offline series.
Yeah, absolutely. But Artie was the one. Yeah, Artie was wet shaving his head, man, with the utility bar, and it was really cool to finally get him on camera because he is one of the most charismatic guys in the office, and it was really cool to actually work with him. I was the one that filmed that video, so it was very cool to just be like one-on-one. It was a little bit weird standing in the bathroom with like the door closed, and it's like, hello, let's just film together real quick. But I really enjoyed watching that video or making that video, and then eventually seeing it on YouTube. It was really cool.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good insight to guys who, shave their head. I think it might be maybe one of the, at least in a long time, if anything, that we have maybe done a video on something like that.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think we've done anything. We've done barbershop videos in the past where people have gotten a wet shave, like the full-on straight razor, full business. But that's not what this one was about. This one was about, if you just buy the utility bar and you're going, okay, this does a lot of stuff, but maybe I want to shave my head at home and not have to worry about doing a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, it was about as simple as it can get, man.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
It was really cool.
It was really cool to see his insight on that.
I'm gonna be talking to Artie later this week, trying to do at least one more video.
Cool.
Yeah, maybe get him in the studio, maybe get an opinion piece or something like that. It'd be really fun because it's been really great adding more and more people to the channel. I mean, you're a part of the channel now. We're getting Josh here every single week, which, by the way, Josh, do you want to break the illusion and show where you are this week?
Sure. You can see my hair every once in a while.
Yeah, you can see his hair every once in a while. Let's show the good people where Josh is. Oh, hello.
Hey.
Hi, Josh.
Look at that.
Hello, Josh. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty well.
Oh, I don't see your Instagram working. Oh,
two is company, but three is a party. Look at that.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's real cozy in here today. There he is. Now he's got his little thing. So go follow him. I can never figure out where to point. It's always mirrored. Go follow Josh on Instagram. Anyway, so Artie's video is awesome. It's been really fun to add more people. Dominic's been another part of the channel. We've got another one of his videos going up tomorrow.
Cool.
Where he does a tutorial, actually in that same bathroom.
Nice.
Believe it or not, I never thought I'd see myself filming dudes in bathrooms at this age, but here we are. So that's
2018, Jack.
Yeah, man. It's all good. Anyway, man, let's see what is on the agenda today as I completely break the illusion that I know what I'm doing. Yeah, man. Oops, sorry. We've also got my hand. Yeah, let's just touch hands for a while. We've got some more videos coming out of Gentlemen Rogues pretty soon, but don't get totally sick of Gentlemen Rogues. This is a new one, as you guys might have seen on Instagram today. Dave Banks, that's Dave, used to be AKA Outcast Barber, but now he's just Dave Banks. Of Gentlemen Rogues, opened up his own Gentlemen Rogues barbershop in Birmingham. Yeah. So Carlos and Mahesh traveled out to Birmingham today, and they did some filming. I think they advertised Carlos is going to be signing autographs.
Nice.
So that's a thing he's doing now.
So they're out in Birmingham, Alabama?
No, Birmingham. OG Birmingham.
It looks like Alabama. They're
Does it
across
really?
the street from a Subway.
Nice. Oh, that is full-on class right there, man.
Well, we just need
so we're hopefully going to get some videos out of there pretty soon. It's not going to be a regular thing because Birmingham is pretty far from where Carlos lives.
Yeah.
It's sort of the same thing with how we did the London videos, where that was really, really a long way for Carlos to be traveling all the time to be getting videos out of there. But, maybe every once in a while we'll feature that Birmingham shop, or maybe someone will film and send it to Carlos, and Carlos send it to me, and somehow we'll get it on the channel. But either way, we got some Birmingham ones on the way, all right?
Very cool.
That being said, why don't we get into some style consultations, man?
You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. I'm not ready.
Let's do it. Oh,
Josh is ready?
Josh not ready. Oh, we're going to keep Josh on his toes. There we go. All right. Let me get these
Hey.
comments pulled back up so I can see your lovely comments. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and... Now, do we want to do the describing and then...
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you know, for those guys who are new to the stream and just kind of getting an introduction. First of all, welcome.
Yeah.
This is a portion where we kind of give some styling advice and some guidance on beards, hair, and attire style.
Absolutely.
You know, what we will do is we will take the next few minutes and kind of just go through photos of guys who have sent their photos in. So if you want to send your photo in, make sure to email style@beardbrand.com for a chance to be in one of these live streams, and we'll give you some feedback.
Absolutely.
And so the first portion of this part of this is either myself or Jack will verbally describe, because you'll be able to eventually get in on these via a podcast.
Yep.
We want our audience who didn't have the chance to see the stream to be able to understand exactly what we're working with on screen. So we'll give a verbal description, and then either myself or Jack will flip-flop, we'll alternate, and we will give our take on that particular fella.
Sounds good. Do you want to kick it off with the description?
Yeah,
I'm going to get 1
describe
minute on the clock, man.
Yeah.
And then we can rock and roll as we do. All right, let me get the 1 minute, and let me make sure it's going to yell at us after 1 minute, because sometimes we like to go overtime, and this is going to hold us to it.
Sweet.
One day we will have a timer on screen. One day, once I figure out how that works. Anyway, so for our lovely viewers at home, let's describe this gentleman.
Yeah, so this gentleman, just from straight appearance, looks like he might be of Asian descent of some sort.
I would have to agree with you on that
I've got
one.
some Japanese blood in me, so I think I'm okay to say that. This gentleman, as you would imagine, has a very incredible head of hair.
Yes, very
looks
thick.
very dense. It's very dark black hair, and surprisingly, I'm actually really surprised somebody sent this photo in, because it's awesome. I would love to see more of this kind of thing. This guy doesn't have a beard.
None
He's
at all.
clean shaven.
Absolutely not a hair on the
He looks
face.
like he might be in his early 20s, and then the guy is suited up. He's got a gray colored, darker gray colored suit, not quite charcoal, but gray, colored suit with a white button up, no tie, so the top button is open, and he's also got a very nice pocket square in his jacket. Take it away.
All right, 1 minute on the clock. Rock and roll. Okay, so for this guy, again, I have to firstly commend this guy. A lot of guys will be sending things in asking for advice on their beards. This guy has no beard at all, and that is completely fine. We don't necessarily need to talk about beards every single picture, okay? With the hair on top, I'm actually really digging that full head of hair. That's a really cool style. I would, however, like to see that pushed back. I think that could look really nice, kind of up on itself. Get sort of a really voluminous kind of situation going on. The sides are brought in a little bit, so I would encourage this guy to make sure that he's watching those sides, make sure that they don't fluff out too much, and make sure that it's not almost, you see sort of this situation where a lot of guys will just get one big blob of hair if they're not too careful with those sides. So if you are going to go for the grown outs thing and you want it long on the sides, make sure that you're keeping it trimmed on top, all right? Other than that, like those frames, man, those are actually, they're oversized, but they look good because they're a little bit thinner. Looks like he is at like a step and repeat of a graduation, so looks like he's dressed up to the nines, man. Let me just go up here. Actually, you just hit that.
Nice.
Cool. So there is our first style consultation of the day. Thanks for joining us, guys. No, just kidding.
See you next week.
Bye. End it. But yeah, so we'll move on to the next guy. Here we go. So with this guy, I will describe him, and Sylvester will give him a style consultation. This gentleman looks to be of either Indian or Middle Eastern descent. Thick beard, good genetics. How do you say that word? Genetics. Mustache is trimmed up above the lip. Good, nice thick mustache though. Big thick eyebrows. Good thick full of head of hair. As you can tell, a lot of thicks going on. Kind of a squared oval kind of shape, almost a rectangular kind of shape of the head. And other than that, I don't know what else to say. Take it away, man.
All
1
right.
minute.
1 minute on the clock.
Let's do it.
So this gentleman, as Jack described, is very genetically gifted. Pretty thick, dense beard, very nice, thick hair. And, man, what I would recommend you do is maybe clean up the cheek line, define that cheek line. It looks like it's already got a natural line in it. I would just kind of make sure that that natural line stands out and that it pops. But, man, if it depends on what you're going for.
Yep.
But if you're going for a natural beard, keep growing. But if it were me and this were if I had the chance to change the style, I would probably go for more of a corporate styled beard.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Maybe just trim up the cheek line, the chin area, sort of towards the center of the face, and make it one consistent length all the way around. And then the head hair, man, definitely could benefit from maybe like some sea salt spray or styling balm.
There we go. People are asking for it. Good review, man. I know. I feel selfish. I've got the gong over here. Maybe eventually we'll put it in the middle. But as for right now, I'm going to keep the gong to myself.
Ready for the description?
Absolutely, man. Cool. Take it away.
So this gentleman appears to be maybe in his early 30s. So I would definitely say somewhere in his 30s. He's got a nice, thick, full beard. It looks a little bit like a curly beard. Mm-hmm. And then his mustache is kept pretty trim, but full, I would say. And then his head hair, I would say, is more of a short fade up on the sides and maybe about, I would say about finger length on top.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Big full beard there.
Let's do it. 1 minute. So with this guy, as Sylvester said, the hair is blonde and quite curly. So I can see it's already starting to puff out a little bit on the sides. That was something I was dealing with at the very beginning of my year journey. If I could offer any advice to him, unless he's going for the year, make sure you keep an eye on that. Get that trimmed up pretty often, or incorporate either a ceramic heated brush or the round brush and the blow dryer technique. Because otherwise, because the mustache is so straight and the chin hair is pretty straight, you can end up with a very disproportionate beard. So you want to make sure that you're really kind of taking care of that. Otherwise, grow out that mustache, man. That thing has got some serious potential. I can see that it looks like it's still growing. I'm not going to put all the words in this guy's mouth, but man, if that thing continued to grow it out. I think it would look really badass. Hair on top, I would maybe grow that out a little bit longer. Man, I could encourage this guy to do a little bit more on the sides as well. He's got it really close cropped, but I think that's sort of a style that we see with a lot of guys, and if anything, I would like to see something a little bit different with this guy, okay? Sweet. Oh, and gong time.
Gong him.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Are you hitting it from the back?
I'm hitting it from the back, man. And it sounds fine. It sounds absolutely fine if you hit that gong from the back. All right? Let's keep it going. I'm not even going to comment.
Not even going to comment.
I didn't realize what I said.
Not even going to comment.
So,
hey, we are a wholesome community here. Let me tell you. Anyway, let me tell you about this guy. This guy right here. With this guy in the picture, he is wearing a sort of, I would say, is that a military hat? No, I don't know what kind of hat that is. Anyway, it's a baseball cap, kind of distressed, kind of a Wayfarer style sunglass or seeing glasses, mustache, very light and kind of almost not white, but very blonde, very light colored. Mustache gap in the middle, very curly very curly beard, and sort of a roundish style face. All right, 1 minute on the clock. Do it.
All right, so this gentleman, as Jack described, has a kind of, I don't know, maybe a curly styled beard. So the first thing I would do is I would recommend grabbing a boar's hair brush, and bringing some structure, a little bit of structure to that and shape to that beard. It's amazing what people don't realize a boar's hair brush will do, but it'll help extract the oils, the natural oils out of your beard, and then it'll help give you a little bit of shape to that beard. But again, it looks like it's a little, maybe just a little disproportionate, but that could be just because it's not really shaped at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think you got opportunity to grow a pretty gnarly beard if you keep growing it out and do maybe a year. I'd be interested to see what that looked like. But other than that, if you're keeping it this short, I would definitely keep the cheek line trim, keep the neckline trim, and check in with a professional barber who can help make sure that the beard all grows in at one consistent length.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said that better myself. Ooh, soft one. All right. Let's keep it going. Man, we move fast on this one. We're almost at 3:30.
Hey.
All right. You want to describe this gentleman right here?
Yeah. So this gentleman has got what I would say is maybe about a 9 month to maybe even 12 months of a beard.
That might be a year right there. Well, no, not a year.
I mean, it's pretty long. It's a good, nice long beard, and he is got a baseball cap on, or not a baseball cap on. It's a
like a Peaky Blinders style hat. Yeah.
And so I'm not sure if he's got a bald head underneath that. But he's got an earring, and he's Caucasian in color, but his beard is probably on the borderline of being ginger. It's definitely a brown,
definitely a brown
beard, but big mustache and big beard. I think that kind of gives you the idea.
All right, man. Let's put a minute on the clock and let's do it. Woo. Man. You know what? When I first saw this picture come up, I was like, what am I even going to say with this guy? Because I really, really like this style in and of itself as it is. Again, I am a sucker for the bald head beard look. When you rock like a big, big beard, especially if that mustache comes in, man, that is just set up. I'm hoping to maybe have this style eventually in my life at one point. I don't know. Maybe I'll shave my head and we'll see how that works out. I can already see a comment in there coming from my girlfriend like, you will not shave your head. But, man, I love that mustache. I love that beard. This guy's got this full situation going on where it's been properly blended. You can see where it gets lighter all the way down into the thickest part. It's nice and straight. Looks like he put the whole full 9 yards into this before he sent in this picture, which I really enjoy. That cap is cool. Man, what am I even supposed to say to this guy? This guy's just showing off at this point. This is amazing. Yeah,
gong
I'm gonna gong it. Sorry, man. You should be giving me advice. All right. Oh, hey, I recognize this guy.
Kind of looks
I
like
think he sent in a picture a long time ago.
Looks like Justin Timberlake with a beard.
A little bit.
God.
He really does look like Justin Timberlake with a beard. Wow, I didn't think about that.
Maybe Greg should do Justin Timberlake with a big.
That would be
beard.
cool. Maybe Greg should paint Justin Timberlake with a beard. Well, he has a little bit of a beard. I feel like he's just never grown it out.
Yeah, he keeps it pretty short.
Anyway, so if you want a visualization for those of you who are listening at home, post live stream or whatever we're doing, I think this guy could pretty much be summed up with that sentence. You know, Justin Timberlake with a big old beard. Imagine like, whose beard does that look like though?
Justin Timberlake's.
I guess it looks like Justin Timberlake's beard if he were to grow it out. Big, thick mustache, covers all bases covered. Cheek line is nice and shaped up. Man, thick, big beard. And the hair on top is kept really closely cropped, almost like a military fade. And he's got, I believe, his daughter next to him. All right? But we're not going to give her beard advice. All right? Let's do it. Minute on the clock.
Ready? All right. So, yeah, man, the density on this beard, dude, is just crazy. It's thick. There's not any patches in this beard whatsoever. The guy grows out a pretty gnarly mustache. And again, like, there's no patches. I mean, the dude's got incredible genetics for his beard.
Realistically, yeah.
What I would recommend you do is just, again, maybe if this is the beard you're maintaining, is maybe every, maybe 3 to 6 months, maybe check in with your local barber.
Yep.
All the hairs on our face grow at different lengths, right? So
Absolutely.
You want to make sure that you're a professional, seasoned barber, at least a barber that offers beard trims on their services, on their roster of services. Check in with them and just make sure that all the hairs are going to continue growing at the same length. It's going to give your beard so much of a more refined look, a more fuller look.
Yep.
And if you work in a corporate environment or if you work a regular job, it's going to keep that beard looking killer, man.
All right. If I can offer one thing, I noticed this in the comments.
Do it.
Oh.
Oh,
there it is.
Ting.
That wake you guys up? That should be a metaphor for the streams. Anyway, one person did bring up that this beard does look a little bit dry. So if we were to offer anything, I wouldn't necessarily reach immediately for an oil. I think this guy could do himself with a little bit of utility balm. Get a little bit in that, maybe do the beard mask. We've talked about that in videos in past. That's where you put a good amount of it in before bed. Not right before bed because you don't want to get it all on your pillow or anything, but let a good amount of it soak into your beard at nighttime, and then you go to bed, and then in the morning, you do it again. You can wash out in the shower and then put in some more. And that should just add a bit of, much needed moisture to the beard.
I'm glad you added that. That's a good point.
Yeah, I honestly wouldn't even thought about it until I saw a comment about him. Like, I was just blinded by how dense the beard was. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. I think everyone's just talking about how Artie's going to shave my head. I guess that's something that's going on. Is Artie gonna come over here with a razor and shave my head?
Yeah, you said you wanted the big beard, bald head look, right?
Yeah, I said later in life though.
And Sarah's like, "There's only one bitching with Babish, and it's not you."
Oh man, I wish I could grow a beard like Babish. Anyway, so let's move on.
All right, so I'll give
this
the.
Yep, this will be our last one.
Is this our last one for today?
This is the last one of the day, man.
Cool, man.
Let's end off on this guy.
So this gentleman is got blonde colored hair.
Yes, sir.
Kind of blonde, a little bit of brown in it, but definitely towards the center of the face. You really see that blonde shine in the beard.
Yeah.
Very full beard. I would say this is about anywhere from a 6 to an 8 month beard.
Yep.
But you can see the hair on this beard naturally comes out pretty straight.
Yeah, it's almost like head hair.
Yeah, and from the looks of it, it looks like he's got a big mustache as well. And then his hair, the style of his hair, if I could sum it up, is kind of a Bandhold style.
A little bit, yeah. He's
just
honestly,
kind of textured.
If you were to cover up some of his face, that kind of looks like Eric.
There you go.
it really does look like Eric now. For you guys who can't see,
but it's kind of got that natural textured hair style to it. So man, I'm digging this beard and this hair.
Yeah, man.
And he's got glasses on, so
he does.
sunglasses on. So it looks like he's taking this picture from
his car.
From his car.
Yeah.
Sunroof up on top.
Nice day. Is that a dog in the background I see? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
What up, dog?
All right, let's get the minute going. Here we go. With this guy, I can see that he's trimmed up his mustache to his lip. I am always not a huge fan of that. Myself, personally, preference-wise, I would say let that thing grow. If you look like Eric, might as well embrace the full-on Bandhold style beard, all right? What's cool about this beard, though, is like we were saying, this is almost like head hair on this guy's face. So I would encourage this guy to maybe grow out his beard a little bit longer. I think it would look really cool if it was able to come fully off the jaw and, get a little bit to the point where you can kind of grab it and it's not just like right on your face. I think that would look really cool for the guy. In terms of the hairstyle, man, watch any of Eric's videos on his hairstyles lately. That will be exactly what this guy needs. He looks like Eric. He can follow exactly what Eric's doing. He doesn't need to copy Eric, but if he wants any sort of inspiration or any sort of tutorial on what he should do, look no farther than Eric, man. That's a good situation for him. Sunglasses, pretty cool, man. One thing in terms of selfies, I always would encourage guys to take selfies straight on rather than from down below, because sometimes that can sort of warp the perspective. That's just a little personal preference again.
It's like whenever you open your camera and it's on front facing, and you're not expecting it, and you're like, oh god.
Yeah, when your camera's facing the wrong way when you first open it. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Because it's down low and you're seeing like your gullet and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what this before you gong him,
Gizzard, excuse me.
This beard reminds me a little bit of in the same texture, same density as Luis from.
Yeah.
So man,
except different color.
Yeah, except different color, but same killer beard, man. Good
I
job.
think that video was called "How to Style the Perfect Beard." So if you want to go back and check that out, that is Louise who did that one.
Yep.
Gong him. Tinny.
Sweet.
All right. So that being said, look. Aw.
At least it wasn't water this time.
Yeah, exactly. If you guys haven't seen last time, I've spilled water before on one of these streams. That was embarrassing. That was the first day of was that Whitney's first day? I think so.
Yeah, it was.
That was Whitney's first day, and
was.
Whitney is our she works in operations, and we had her sit in on one of the streams. It was when you and I, Josh, hosted it. I knocked over a Topo Chico, and that was pretty embarrassing. So we had to clean that up on the stream.
Artie came in and fixed it.
Yep, Artie saved the day.
And Derek, they both helped.
Derek helped as well. You helped as well too. I think I just sat there and cried. Anyway, so today let's get into our main topic. As we said in the title, today's topic is a year in review. What that means is today is officially the 1 year anniversary of since I've joined onto the team at Beardbrand. 1 year ago, August 22nd, 2017, I was bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, riding the train down.
65 days.
I know, man.
Congratulations.
It's weird. So we're kind of use this as an opportunity to talk about growth within a year that a man or any really a person can see in a year. They can grow in many ways. They can grow maturity-wise. They can grow with their knowledge of the world and of themselves. They can grow in comfort of their surroundings and of themselves again, be more comfortable with themselves. And of course, they can grow with their beard. So let me just move over real quick, get myself all nice and situated so that we can start this conversation, man, because, I have this thing in front of me, and I'm always so tempted to look at myself whenever I'm doing this, but sometimes it's nice to just kind of actually, treat this more like a podcast and sort of talk. So we talked a little bit about this before the stream, the fact of how you can grow in a year. And it is weird looking back, what I felt a year ago before I joined on and the day I joined on. I mean, this was really my first, big boy job, if you want to say, because I was straight out of college. I'd only been out of college, a few months. I had just moved to Austin. I'd been living with my parents, and I moved out here. And I mean, the biggest thing for me was that I was a fan before. This was a really big deal.
Yeah, because you had been watching Beardbrand.
I've been watching Beardbrand since the beginning.
How old were you? Do you remember?
In 2012, when Eric started first making videos, I was 16 or 17.
Wow, man.
Yeah. So right about the age I think Crag is right now.
You were 17 and 20.
I'm 23, about to turn 24 right now. And I was 22 when I joined on Beardbrand.
6 years ago.
Yeah. So do the math on that, guys.
16, 17, yeah.
16, 17, yeah. I was just finishing up high school, essentially. And I was in that phase of high school when I was like, man, I really want to grow a beard, but it's not coming in. What do I need to do? And I actually made a video about this where I think the weirdest mistake that I ever made was I wanted to grow my mustache out a lot further. So this one guy made this YouTube video. It's like, you need to steam your mustache. So I boiled a pot of water and I stuck my head over the water. And I just let the steam come up into my face. And I did that for 10 minutes. I'm like, okay, this will obviously work. Now I need to do this 3 times a week. And nothing happened. And I'm like, why does it not work? And then I found Eric's video. And Eric kind of just told you straight, hey, it's genetics. You need to wait.
Right.
You can eat the right things. You can get the right exercise. And realistically, it's time and patience that really play into it. But I wanted to kind of loop back to you. And I mean, how long have you been at Beardbrand?
So I'm going on a year and a few months. So I started.
It's almost like a year and a half now, isn't it?
So you started in August.
August 21st.
And I started in June. So June, July, August. So
was it really only June?
Yeah. So our hire dates are 2.5 months apart, maybe.
I think ours is less than a month apart.
Ours is a week apart.
Josh and.
Or no, ours is a month apart. That's right.
Yeah. I started July 5th. I was going to start July 4th, and then got a call back. They're like, hey, we're not open that day. So.
And Randa just started.
Yeah, Randa started. How long have you been here, Randa?
A month.
About a month?
Yeah,
wow, that's crazy.
Randa said about a month.
Yeah.
Just in case you couldn't hear her.
Josh, can I tell that story? I think I've told this on the live stream before of how we first met.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so when I mean, this was so dumb.
Let me preface it. it. Story time. You want me to come sit down?
You got your microphone right there.
And true, that's fair enough. Whatever.
The voice from beyond.
The voice from beyond. So when I started, I answered the phones for Beardbrand as well as did all the social.
Yeah.
I wasn't necessarily told when anyone was coming in, but I would just answer the phones. Anyway, so Jack calls the office because he said he has a meeting with Eric.
Yep.
And I'm like, all right, I'll come down and let you in. Cool.
I think I texted the office first because I'm like, I don't want to call.
Yeah, you either call it, some sort of message came through.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I'll go let him in because we had a system where someone needed to go in.
Yeah,
There was no buzzer.
Someone needed to let the person in.
Yeah, and so as I left the office, I was walking to go open the door, and I passed someone in the hallway, and I'm like, oh, he seemed really lost, and I'm like, not my problem, whatever. So I continue to go downstairs, and he's not there, and I'm like, oh, great, what happened?
I literally walked right past Josh, because I don't know why I had this, thought in my head. I'm like, okay, I know what people at Beardbrand are going to look like. Every single dude's going to have this enormous beard. And I see Josh with his mustache and a little bit of chops, and I'm like, oh, he obviously doesn't work. And I walk right past him. Well, you also looked really young when I met you. So I was like, oh, that was weird. I'm like, huh.
All the life was still in my eyes.
So I just walked right past him. I'm like, oh God, I need to find the office. I didn't realize that you were coming to get me. So that was my first experience with meeting you guys. And I was also an hour late, which was a bummer.
Well, you were coming from
I was on Florida time, so
you were still late according to Florida time too. Yeah. So
I was late on both counts.
And then
here I am.
And then Jack met me, and he thought you had to be a certain height to work at Beardbrand.
No, legitimately, I'll go off of that too. When I met you, I thought you had worked at the company since the beginning, from how well you knew your shit. I was like, okay, that's the guy who knows what he's doing. I'll go to him for whenever I need stuff.
It's good stuff, man.
But it's weird, to look back, and that was, that was only last July.
Yeah. How do you feel? How do you feel a year into it? How have you grown?
It's weird.
I mean, year into it.
I was literally. I mean, I remember walking into that first meeting. I mean, the very first day I was in like 3 meetings, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm so scared. Like, this is all so like big and scary and like real business stuff like that. And you know, now I think I hosted a meeting yesterday, did another one today. You know, I'm like dealing with people coming in and out. And now I filmed a video already today.
So your confidence has grown.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the biggest things that comes with this. And part of that was the Yeared experience. Mm-hmm. You know, I came on, and it wasn't really until I think it was 3 months in. I didn't start the Yeared series till the end of October. Mm-hmm. Began in August. So yeah, when I first came on, I wasn't really making anything. I was just editing other people's stuff, and I mean, now I'm filming like 2 to 3 videos a week.
Yeah.
So it's weird because that gave me the opportunity to grow, like, as a man, really, like grow in my confidence, grow into my voice, I guess. Like, if you go back, I mentioned this in the video that I filmed today. Like, if you go back and watch that very first video that I did for Beardbrand, I think my voice is shaking the entire time. And now it's just like, whatever. It's like, let's get a video done and like crack it out in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, now you do all your intros.
Yeah, now I can do those weird intros. Now it's just, it's crazy.
And remember when you first started doing those, I was like, oh, that's new. That's cool.
Now we've come a long way, right?
You know, something something I thought about, and I've been thinking about this over the last week, actually. And it's funny that we're talking about this because you and I don't sit down and chat about this beforehand. We really try to
this is all organic.
We try to really just come in here and just let the chemistry flow naturally.
Yeah.
But you're talking about how your confidence has grown, and when you first started, your voice was shaky. Your first video was shaky. Mm-hmm. You've just kind of had this whole experience of growing into who you are today, right?
Right.
Even if it's only been 1 year,
which is crazy.
Which is insane. But you know, something I've been thinking about, and I was sharing with Telia, my wife, this last week, is you really sometimes you don't know what you're able to do until you get into that, right? And sometimes you don't know the depth or the capacity of what you're able to do until you actually start doing it.
Yeah.
And I think that's so applicable to the journey of life. Mm-hmm. Sometimes maybe we fear certain things, or we're like, oh, well, I would never be good at this.
Yeah, so we're scared to start it.
Yeah, so you're scared. So it delays you or pushes you away from actually starting something or doing something. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden you find yourself starting it or doing it, and then lo and behold,
here you go.
You have this whole depth of passion and this whole depth of skill that you didn't have when you were at the start of it. And because you didn't maybe allow fear to determine what would happen or be your driver for you, right? Mm-hmm. You just kind of took that leap of faith, and now you've grown, and
absolutely.
You're able to see the density and the capacity that you have, and it's kind of like growing out your beard. You really don't know you don't know what you have or what you're capable of growing until you actually get in the process. I know for me, you know, I never grew my beard out past you know, a certain like 3 or 4 weeks, 3 weeks at least, and then I would trim it back down, and you know, it was until I went through that year journey.
Yep.
There you go. Right. That really kind of opened my eyes to, hey, this is what I am able to grow. So I can grow a pretty big, thick, gnarly mustache.
Right.
Hell, I'm gonna rock the shit out of that. You know.
Absolutely, man.
But yeah, it's the same thing with anything with life. You kind of don't know what your capacity is until you get in it and do it.
And sometimes you just have to do it. Like I know it's scary, and I know it freaks people out. I mean, you saw me. I was like walking around. I had anxiety before we started this stream. Sometimes you just got to do it, man.
Yeah.
Like, originally, when I came to do the videos, like I think I was gonna do like 3 or 4 I had in my head, and I pitched it to Eric, and he's like, "Why don't you do this? Like, why don't you do the Yeared? Then you have, you know, guidelines. Then you have something that you can do once a week, every single week, for 52 weeks.
Awesome.
And it's really cool. It's been a really cool experience, and I don't know, man.
How has that growth impacted your relationships? Your parents, your girlfriend?
It's been crazy. Friends? I mean, I definitely classify myself as a workaholic. Oh, welcome to therapy session with Jack. I definitely consider myself a workaholic, so it's been tough to sort of shake that, especially as now like I'm personally involved in the videos. Now I'm like, now I have to make sure that they're great.
Yeah.
But I think in a lot of ways, I think it's actually made me more mature. I feel like I've gotten better with talking to people in my family. I feel like I'm better at sharing things with people now.
That's great.
I feel like I'm more personable, and I think, you know, it's one of those things like because I am so young. You know, when you're younger, I think every single year is a little bit more monumental than as when you're older. They sort of start to blur together, especially, you know, right out of college. Those are like formative years.
Nice.
So it's been interesting. I don't know.
Well, I know you and I have grown closer.
Yeah, man.
Now we're practically brothers.
Hey, man. Bearded brothers right there. Exactly. Oh, it's cameo time right when we're getting deep.
Uh-oh. It's
Come
the
on in,
Beardbrand guy.
We're getting deep. No, it's all good. Eric has just joined us, by the way. He does? Okay. You want to throw a little splash of color?
Come on.
Come here.
There's room.
There's room.
Well, there wasn't room for me, but there's room for you.
Yeah, there's room for Eric, not room for you, Josh. You stay over there.
Who's this for?
Who's that for? I don't know.
Didn't someone want a pillow?
I think Randa wanted a pillow.
Randa wanted a pillow? Oh, Randa, you get a pillow.
Oh, you got a gift?
Oh, dope. Guys, there it is. There's that ceramic brush. You guys have been asking for that ever since Greg has done one. You wanted to see what it would do with a big gnarly beard like mine. We're going to get a video going on that thing. Okay? So that'll be coming soon. We'll try that out.
What is that?
That is a... What is this? It's ceramic straightening brush. So that has a ceramic plate and... Oh, touching the wrong part. And that heats up, and it essentially straightens out your beard. So this takes the place of a barrel brush or round brush and a hairdryer situation. You know? Does it all right there, man.
2-in-1.
Worked really well with Greg. We're going to see how it works in my beard, man. We'll get that going pretty soon.
Sweet.
Got a little branding deal in there right now.
Oh, this is nice here.
By the way, that's by Vanity Planet. They make that. So, plug. All right?
They didn't pay us for that.
They didn't pay us. So there you go, Vanity Planet. That's a free one right there. Not yet. Hey. Anyway, so we are 45 minutes in. Josh, can we pull the first name while we get some questions? Randa, she posted a Instagram story before this live stream, about noonish our time, and that gave us a chance to sort of get a bunch of questions coming in.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a lot of questions going on right now. Don't be discouraged. You guys can still put your questions in the chat. We'll answer all those to the best of our ability. But beyond that, we will start answering some questions that, Sylvester, if you see any that jump out to you right now, let's just jump into it, man.
Can I show you my nipples?
That's this guy right here.
I don't know why I've been like branded as like the nipple guy. What was that even from?
You wear white on a live stream once, and everyone's like...
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone called you...
Not Jack the live stream dude, not Jack the Yeard guy, Jack the dude with the nipples.
I'm friends. What's her name? Jennifer?
Jennifer Aniston?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm the Jennifer Aniston of the Beardbrand crew, I guess.
So here's a good question. Can I rock a rather long beard with a really short stash, or would you not recommend it?
I don't know anything about that. I mean, it really comes down to personal preference, man. Personally, I like the big mustache, big beard look. I like to be proportional. Left to my own devices, I've said this a million times. I would not rock a tiny little mustache like I have with such a big, long beard. But again, if it looks good on you and you think that it feels great, I would say go for it. But in my personal opinion, I like everything to be in proportion.
Cool. I got
maybe
another
more corporate style.
The next one, it comes from Revella & Sons.
Okay.
Revella & Sons. But they're asking, at what point should I stop hoping my beard will fill in and accept that I have a patchy beard?
Man, that is a tough one. Do you want to answer that one?
Yeah, I can answer this one.
Yeah.
If you want to look for another question there.
Absolutely.
So this one, I would recommend growing out your beard for 90 to 120 days. Set a threshold, set a goal, and say, hey, 90 days or 120 days, I'm going to grow my beard out. That will give you a great window of opportunity to see what you're able to grow. And not only that, but that's going to give you a good opportunity to see, like if you can rock maybe a really thick mustache, maybe all the hair grows fullest in the center of the face, so you can figure out what style you want to go for that complement those attributes. But 90 to 120 days is what I would recommend.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, now Eric actually has a question that we can have him answer real quick. Question is, what is the process for coming up with new products? Is that going to work? You got that?
Yeah. What's going on? I'm a little bit louder than Sylvester, so now that you have like a giant like microphone across your face, you'll have to look through the camera like through here. It's like sunglasses. So Yeah, we have a strategy to grow beyond the beard, which is kind of one of our internal taglines that we've had lately. And what that means is we've built and developed a line of products specifically for your beard. And we want to now branch out into hair care and skin care. So those are our two big primary focuses for the short term. So you'll know that we just came out with the utility bar a week ago, and that's been moving incredibly well for us. But we'll have that. We've had this idea and this vision for, the utility bar is 3 years in the works. So we kind of identify products and options. And for us, one thing that we've done is you can either go like wide or you can go deep with your products.
Okay.
Like you could have a product, like let's take shampoo, for example.
Yeah.
You could have an oily hair shampoo. You could have a dry hair shampoo, a normal shampoo.
Oh, it'd be like really specific.
Yeah, like 5 different types of shampoo, but only like one fragrance. Right. So what we've done is we've decided to go wide. Mm-hmm. So we'll have one product that works really, really well in a lot of different situations. And then what we do is we have 8 different fragrances for it, or 6 different fragrances, depending on the product. And we always launch our silver line first and then come out with our gold line from there. So like you'll see our utility line continue to grow. So we have our utility bar, our utility balm, and then we have some other potential utility products in the works, which are these versatile products that you can use all over. So that's kind of been our strategy with product development.
Sweet. Thanks, Eric. Josh, should we... Oh, heading out. All right. See you, man.
Good question.
I'll take that away then.
Thanks for that answer. Josh, do we have our first winner?
We do.
Right on, man. Let's gong him.
Get the little name.
Let's get the little name thing coming out. Remember, guys, if you are called and tagged in the chat, you have to respond. Otherwise, we don't know that you're here. We don't know that you're watching.
All right.
Hey, Jack, gong him. Hit it from the back.
You know what? I just said I was going to gong him, but I don't know where the stick went.
It fell, remember? Joe Green is winner number 1.
Oh, hell yeah. Damn, I can't reach it.
Come on, Jack. You gotta work hard.
Got it. Joe.
Hey.
Wait, is he even in here? Yeah. Oh, here he is.
There he is.
Perfect timing. Whoop, whoop. I just cut my arm. Anyway,
You just cut your arm?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a quick story. Speaking of cuts.
Yeah, what's up?
So I was doing some DIY stuff this weekend. I was using like X-Acto knives and scissors, and my fiance was like giving me all these weird looks because I was being real haphazard with it.
Yeah.
But didn't hurt myself at all. It
Nice.
wasn't until I went to make dinner where I was getting the foil out of the box and I sliced my finger on like the bit of metal that cuts the foil.
Damn, Josh. That's yucky. All right. I did see a question on there that I wanted to ask, actually.
Shoot.
This was actually a great one. What's the best part about working at Beardbrand? Sylvester.
Oh.
What's the best thing about working at Beardbrand?
You know, man, there are a lot of good things I could comment and say that are great about working at Beardbrand, but I think one of the biggest ones for me is the opportunity for growth.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about
beards.
Well, I'm not talking about growth in terms of just being able to have a creative idea and to be able to share that idea with the team and it be embraced by the team. I think that's really what I mean by opportunity for growth, is being able to share freely, share ideas in a space that's that fosters trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I agree with that, man. I think it really is just that opportunity to make stuff. Like, I think a lot of places would just say, okay, you're going to make this for us and you're going to do it this way and you'll do it by X time, whatever. That's not really how it's been here. Like, if I want to make a video, I just make a video, man. Like,
Yeah.
I pitch the idea, write the video, and come in here and make the video. Okay, we're good to go. No one really stifles your creativity. I mean, there's sometimes when you like run an idea by people and like maybe it won't be picked up immediately, but you can work through it and eventually get the idea to fruition.
I mean, that's why these live streams exist.
Exactly. Yeah.
I saw the opportunity and I'm like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
And Eric's like, all right, cool. Like we started using the office phone to stream.
Yeah, exactly, man.
And then it slowly worked up to all of this you see here.
There's Josh's hand.
Yeah, you know, Beardbrand. For those of you that do not know Beardbrand's core values. They're freedom, trust, and hunger.
Oh, so you say in that order. I go freedom, hunger, trust.
Well, I used to go freedom, hunger, trust. But freedom, trust, and hunger are the core values of the company. And ironically enough, those are actual core values, a part of other core values that I have, personal core values. Those are core values that I have been living by since I was a kid, and they've just only refined as I've gotten older. And it's nice to be a part of a company that where I can come in and just be myself and just live by core values that I live already outside of work. So it just makes that that much easier.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you have a similar experience, but that's.
I would say so. Yeah. It really does fit in. Oh, there's a question I did not want to answer, but it's bugging me, and I've seen it a few times. So, Craig, I will answer this one. Jack, what are you gonna miss most about the year, and what's been the most difficult parts? Okay, so I dropped that bomb last week on Friday that that I'm gonna be shaving off my beard at the end of the series. It's sort of like a metaphorical end to the whole thing. I know there's the opportunity to go for a maintenance trim, get it short, get it looking exactly like I want it to, but part of me wants to start over and get the whole blank slate going. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'd rather start from square one and grow back the beard that I want than immediately just get there. I kind of like the process of growing the beard.
Is this not the beard you want?
Right now, no, this is not the beard I want. Okay. I said this earlier in the stream. Left to my own devices, I wouldn't rock a beard like this naturally. I think this is a little bit too wild man for my taste. I have a very kind of dapper kind of sense.
You do have dapper style, man.
Even though I don't really. I mean, look at me. I'm just sitting here like this.
It's a live stream day. You're here
it's a live stream. Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
But yeah, I prefer to have things a little bit more tight. So, especially with my mustache the way it is right now, of course, beat that horse to death. I would have it as more of a corporate style, or maybe even, I mean, man, one of my absolute favorite styles out there is the Van Dyke. I want to rock something like that eventually again. Yeah. I used to wear that in high school, and throughout most of college, I had a Van Dyke. Kind of what, I mean, you got the chops coming back in, but
I just haven't trimmed in a week.
Hey, it's a good look though, man. So to answer the second part of that, the most difficult part is, well, one, the fact that my girlfriend and my family don't like it. That always is sad. But no, the hardest part is, dealing with the fact that it's not necessarily the beard I want, but it is something that I deal with. You take care of it regardless, because it is something that I want to hold myself to, and I want to get to week 52. All right?
I will say this. I want to just say a couple things. One, I noticed today I actually saw your video from Friday today.
Oh, yeah?
And I noticed your mustache really, man, is looking...
It's an illusion.
It's looking great. Man. It's looking really full. I'm not trying to talk you into keeping it, because I think you should do what you want.
Yeah.
And two, like, I personally enjoyed watching you go through this journey. Like I said, I've gone through a similar journey. It's a completely different experience when you've got a patchy beard. But when you sit back and you watch somebody grow their beard who's got a full dense beard, it's you've really, I've been impressed by it, man.
It's been interesting to go back and watch those old episodes. It's like, man, wow, it changed in those 10. Like if you go by tens, it's like, whoa.
But at the end of the day, you've got to do what's going to give you the most confidence, and what's going to make you feel confident to come in every day and give your best, and go home and give your girlfriend her, give her your best, and give your family and your friends and your.
Absolutely.
So, kudos, man.
All right,
pick a winner.
Yeah, let's do another winner. We're gonna go a little bit overtime today. Buckle up, people.
All right, winner number 2 is Flag Entertainment.
Hey, he's here.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Flag Entertainment, you are winner number 2. There
Flag Entertainment?
Winner number 2. And we should probably draw a third one real quick.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
So why don't we grab one more question out of that little situation over there, and then we'll get out of here, man.
Yeah, I saw somebody ask a question about a mustache.
Okay.
How to trim a mustache that splits in the middle, please. And that came to us from H to the Izzo.
H to the Izzo. All right. Trimming a mustache that splits in the middle. So I'm assuming they mean kind of like both of ours split in the middle.
Yeah, like a little bit. Well, and I think Mahesh has done a video on this where he offers advice to kind of trim it in a V.
Yeah, the little fishtail that he does that Gark is kind of famous for. not my personal preference style, but I think that actually works pretty well. Especially, I think the best thing about that for a lot of guys is that keeps your mustache out of your food.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that until a lot of people like it showed me. If you don't have this, the little natural gap, apparently your mustache is going right into all the food you eat. That's pretty gnarly.
Well, so I've had a pretty thick, full mustache. I don't prefer the V, as opposed to just a more symmetrical.
So all the way across. Yeah,
all the way across type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I know there are guys who will trim a V in their mustache. And my advice to you would be, number one, go see a barber if you can really. I've been in this place where I fucked up my mustache, and I just was like super unhappy. It didn't make me feel good about it.
Yeah.
So see a professional first, but two, research as much as you can. We've got some great content on our YouTube channel. Look up Mahesh. Follow Greg. Greg's
got so many mustache videos.
He takes care of his mustache probably the best, and that's probably all I need to say is just go follow Greg.
Yeah, Greg's got some serious tutorials out there. So go ahead and check those out. But yeah, man. All right, shall we call out our third name and then let's get out of here?
Sounds like a plan.
Man, these are going so fast these days.
Fast, man.
All right.
All right, let's get that third name going.
Daniel Arbanier.
Daniel Arbanier. Let's see. All right, Daniel, are you in here? If not, I just saw another Daniel right above them. I'm like, oh, there he is. We'll wait and give Daniel a little bit of time. Those are the guys I was seeing in the chat pretty often, so we'll give Daniel a little bit of a... there he is. Sweet. Daniel. Winner number 3.
Gong 'em.
All 3 were right here right away. That was great, guys. Good stream today, man. That was a good one. I feel good about that one. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the HDness of this one. We tried this on an actual camera today versus our old setup. Hopefully we can only get this bigger and better. We're still building stuff out. Look, we have a lamp now. And hopefully next week we'll have even more stuff. We've got some big plans for in here. So thank you as always, guys, for joining us. I'm Jack Malaco.
Sylvester Lewis.
Josh on the computer. Rando over on the chair. Thanks for joining us. And hey, keep on growing, guys. Bye-bye.
See ya.